Firstly, congratulations on your award-winning book, From Genocide to Generosity.
Thanks, Claire.
So tell us about the book and particularly how the striking front cover came into being, and also give us a bit of a window of some of the stories that are discussed in its pages.
It's a beautiful cover created by Anthea Hick of AH Creative, and she's used the colours of the Rwandan flag that was created for the new millennium, spelling out some of the aspirations of the country. The blue stands for happiness and peace, the yellow for human potential and economic development, and the green, the hope of prosperity. There's also a yellow circle representing the sun, speaking of enlightenment.
So the yellow area on the cover is particularly fascinating. There's a lot going on there. Can you tell us a bit more about that?
Yes, these are groups of Rwandans gathered. On the left-hand side, the community gathers for the Gacaca, which means on the grass, and that was the justice process that was a traditional Rwanda conflict mediation, but was developed especially to deal with all of the participants in the genocide. The group in that picture is heavy and intense because telling the truth was hard for the perpetrators, and it was also very difficult for the survivors to hear what had happened to their loved ones. Then above the group you've got these curls of smoke, which are words that were spoken in the justice process, such as, "We don't forgive an act, but we forgive a person." Also, forgiveness is a journey that takes time. On the right-hand side, the groups are much lighter, representing people after Gacaca, people moving beyond survival into a more settled way of life. And in the middle of that group is a red basket called an agaseki basket, which in Rwanda is a symbol of hope, of generosity, and is also becoming like a symbol of peace.
So I understand the book contains stories of some Rwandans who have begun to heal their broken relationships?
Yes, and the subtitle on the back of the book speaks to that. Hatreds heal on Rwanda's hills. In the blue section I mention how I worked in Rwanda with a number of Rwandans at a difficult time, seeking to bring change and to find ways forward. And then on the green section at the bottom there are some endorsements, including this one from Charles Ringmar, that this account offers the hope that madness is not the last word, but reconciliation is.
Yeah, that's a very important point, and I noticed that that's actually a theme that runs through the entire book. Tell us about two other pieces of feedback that are on the cover.
Yes. Firstly, from a survivor of the genocide, Antoine Rutayasiri, a man who helped oversee the justice process for 12 years. And his comment on the book is, "This book serves the whole world by showing hope after the furnace of genocide." Then in June 2016, the book won the gold medal for the best book by an independent publisher in the area of grief and grieving.
That's excellent. So how do people that are interested get a copy?
You can go directly to the publishers. Their address is literature@langham.org, or you could go to your local store and ask them to get it by print on demand. You'll get the paperback version that way. The e-book is also available online, and there are more details about that on my website, toliveforgive.org.
Thanks, John, for this insightful first look at From Genocide to Generosity.
Thank you, Claire.